Bori's failed raid upon Zabad-Gothel has brought the wrath of the orcs down upon the dwarves. The encampment at the Deep Way faces a terrible onslaught from Marzog's horde. Are the Longbeards strong enough to face the challenge?
Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Lore Master, and
This needs doing.
the barricades are set and my dwarves stand nearby. All that must be done now is to wait for the orcs to come. I would ask that you follow the ebb and flow of the battle and aid where you are needed most. Also, do not forget to unfurl the banners of Khazad-dûm. They can help stir the hearts of all free peoples to great deeds, and may even help to turn the tide of the battle. However, do not use them lightly, as once unfurled, the banner strength is spent. Prepare yourself, as I fear it won't be long now, because as soon as I click this... Also, do not forget, yes. Alright, which way do we go, north or south? Hello? We can't defend you if you don't know where to go. Now, dwarves of Moria, make our stand! South. We'll head to the south. And maybe I'll remember to bring my cat along at some point. And of course, this is the first of 3 skirmishes that we'll be doing in this area. And there you go. Don't move while summoning cat. Note to self. Now, of course, if things live long enough for me to actually kill them, that was a rather silly statement, isn't it? Oh, they live long enough for me to kill them. Yeah, right. Alright, we will. Next! Now that I'm actually settled down, I can do this properly. That's the tricky thing on the beginning of a skirmish, trying to get all settled in. Remember to have everything all ready. Hey, I actually turned in time that time. There we go. Now the wait between waves is a bit longer than usual, since they needed to account for the fact that between 3rd and 4th waves you have to head for the center of the area. No lieutenants there. It's a bit of a wasted banner then. We'll have to live with that. Alright, to the center. That was wave 3. We can therefore head up for wave 4. Assuming I'm counting right. Yes, I did count right. And that's good to know, because counting it wrong can be so much trouble. I think that's the way. Yeah, there it is. And yeah, that echo of death can be a real pain. Alright. Soldier, could you do some work here? Thank you. Turn on the glass. Get everything up here. Kill this echo of death, please. Boy, this thing is tough. Really tough. I was hoping not to have to use that, since I have this pretty much followed immediately by the break. You would think, but the echo of death tore me to pieces. I've got the cat there. Am I gonna have to switch to the lurker, maybe? Have to check that out. Actually, if we're on a... Oh, we're going to get 2 souths. Alright. I left the cat on aggressive. Well, at least I'm not on the landscape, because in this skirmish, maybe that's not too bad. Ooh, the banner is still up. Ooh. that's a bit of a surprise. Just hope I don't get another Echo of Death. Those things are deadly. Okay, it looks like the banner ran out now. Okay, next. Hey, maybe. I mean, after all, I've got that skill. Might as well use it for some good, right? That's probably why I almost got killed there, because I forgot that I had that skill there, because putting that onto the Echo of Death might have been a useful thing to do. Yeah, like that's gonna snare me for long. Wave 3. Wave 3 shouldn't be too much of a difficulty. I think it's when you add a tough lieutenant that things become nasty, and I think it probably means I need some good tactical mitigation if I was torn a bit so much. How is my tactical mitigation on here? 9,000, that is... No, that's tactical mastery. Tactical mitigation. Oh well. Maybe between runs I could find out that is. Alright. Okay, that's not a tough lieutenant, but that's a really annoying one sometimes. And this one right here. And of course we are running the Moria skirmishes. This is the first of 3 skirmishes. In an earlier episode, in the last episode, we had our failed raid against Zavagoth, as Galadriel referred to at the beginning. And now we must defend 3 locations. We'll do 1 in each episode. Now, next one's going to be at north. But where is... Oh yes, I wanted to look at tactical mitigations. Tactical 2,000. Yeah, that's reduces damage from lightning 20.5. I didn't think that was that bad, is it? Orange here. Actually, it might have been a good idea to have drop that down before the second wave instead of before the first wave, since we know that the next wave is going to be down. I mean, next assault's going to be in this area. Put this here. Seems to be a dearth of lieutenants today. And yes, I do have the menagerie that I could also grab if I really was getting into trouble. I should have thought of that when I had that Echo of Death out. That could have really ruined it after what it did to the Watcher. And to some of the other bosses in the Drowned Treasury. I am really ripping through this one. Except for that Echo of Death. That's the only challenge in this entire skirmish so far, is 1 Echo of Death, which almost tore me to pieces. Everything else is like rip, 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 dead. I was wondering how tricky skirmishes were at this level. I think it comes down to meet a tough lieutenant or maybe a tough... That's not good. This is a very bad set of encounters I'm getting here, because I got Burntail, which is way on the other side. But the next assault's going to be on this side, so therefore I don't want to be all the way down there, get Burntail, then have to come back up here all at the same time. It doesn't help that, you know, if I knew I could pull them reliably, maybe, but if you can't pull things reliably, then things really get all out of sorts. So, yeah, I'll be skipping the encounter there. Oh, archers. BPs must... Yeah, yes, they must die. Yeah, like that. You got the memo. The defender of the vial got on fire. And the banner was actually up long enough in order to actually get to the next lieutenant. That I was a little bit surprised on. Quite surprised on. Right, yeah, okay, I have all the banners that I'll be needing for the boss fight. Good. So therefore that, I think maybe I was just a little out of sorts during that first assault or something like that. Because it looks like that once it was over, of course I didn't face an echo of death since then. Let's head back in here to the central area. This is our 4th wave of our back and forth waves. Now, alright, that just in case it throws something on. I know that those things... Yeah, look at that. That troll just went down. Base Echo, the Mad Croaker. Can I bring this? This is going to be an experiment to see whether or not I can bring in the frog without... Right, the Mad Croaker's this way, right? Well, not if I go in the wrong direction. Alright, yeah, of course it will be south side. He has Mad Croakers down the other direction. Too close to where the other one is, where Burntail is. Actually, probably it's best that I went the wrong way, because could you imagine if I brought both Burntail and the Mad Croaker here, and these comes at the same time? You say, oh, that's just Tuesday. Yeah. I know. Today's Thursday where I'm playing. Never mind that. Oh, Echo of Death. Yeah. Remembering to use that effectively is a good way of handling the Echo of Death. That way I won't be halfway down when it wakes up. Start actually fighting it. And we'll start with... Of course, because my pet wouldn't have been attacking it either. I think that was the thing. Yeah, of course. It's much easier when I've got my pets involved. At least we solved that mystery. Well, once I use my mez and get the cats involved, yeah, no problem whatsoever. Good. And that should be just one more wave, then we'll be done. And we've got a Dour Hand Stormkeeper here. That's an easy one to take care of. Just take care of him first and don't worry about him plinking you away. It's just the Echo of Death. I don't like fighting them first, since that will just buff up his friends. There you go. Come and get it! Now this guy shouldn't last very long, because I think I should just be able to bring in the zoo and take him down. Assuming he's not dead before the zoo comes out, of course. Let's see if I can... Does the zoo make it to him in time? No, they do not. Well, yeah. It was a glorious battle, Pine Wolf, one that shall be long remembered. The orcs thought they could use trickery to gain the upper hand, but they could not stand in the face of our combined might. Now let us finish our business here and see what else we can do to push these foul orcs. Yes, that means I should pick up my bounties and my coins. Then I can travel away from here. I hit level 60, so if there's an obvious time for reactivating the Stone of the Tortoise, this is most definitely it. Hello there, Broker.
We have bled this day, but the deep way stands still.
We have done it, Pine Wolf. I did not think we would come through this alive, but we did. Against all odds, the dwarves in Moria stand hardy, though their enemies of the deeps be upon them. Oh, right. Well, then, let's see. Do we want might, morale, power, will? After what that? Will or morale? I think after what that Echo of Death almost did to me, the first one, of course, not the second one. I'll take the morale one. And that means I need to go to Stothkel in the way of Smiths. And, of course, there's really no good way to get there. But, wait on. That goes to the rotting cellar. Well, I'll get to the Way of Smith somehow. And thinking about it, I decided that the rotting cellar may be the best route.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Just head over to the deep descent. Get off when I pass by the dwarf camp. And I'll be right by the Way of Smiths. We are approaching the dwarven camp. In fact, there it is right there. So that's the best place to get off. And head down for the Way of Smiths. And it looks like we're protected by dragonettes. But I shall fight through them and make it to the Way of Smiths. I think this is the time to turn off the aggressive mode. Otherwise, the cat will then just go and grab every single insect and goblin it sees anywhere near the area. And that's probably not my intent. What my intent is to go through that door right there. Yes, that's the door to the Way of Smiths. Hello there, Stothkel. Heard any words of any orcs attacking this place?
If the heart of fire fails, I fear Moria will again be lost to us.
We are with you, Pine Wolf. We will stand against the orcs to the end, whether into ruin or triumph, though the orcs thirst and slaver for our very blood. And then we will close the door if we must. If it comes to that, your presence will strengthen our resolve regardless. I am glad to hear that. And therefore I will be with you next time where we will defend the Way of Smiths. But that's for the next episode of Piney Plays, the Lore Master.